If you're working for the BBC right now, you might want to take heed of this particular message that I'm about to impart to you from an excellent source working in the very centre of BBC Broadcasting House. And it doesn't make for comfortable listening. As ever, let me explain. Chums, lovely to see you. Thank you so much as ever for taking the time out to join me today. Welcome one and all brand new subscribers. And I do appreciate everybody's busy, particularly at this time of year. I know we're all sort of doing the Christmas thing, aren't we? I was out and about, as you know, up in Yorkshire and looking around some of the shops in there. Strange though, isn't it, when you see it? Because now, maybe it's an age thing, but everything's digital and electric, isn't it? You know, coffee makers, stuff like that. In the old days, people were kind of glad to get things like, I don't know, extras, cups, mugs, and, you know, cutlery and all that, household essentials. Now it's almost these luxuries that you've got. And I tell you what I did notice standing at the till. Yes, you can bring them back, but only till the end of January. Do you remember that? Yes. And who remembers queuing outside? Do you remember seeing those things on the TV on Boxing Day? People sleeping outside Harrods and things because they wanted to get a coloured telly. I'm not laughing at them, but can you imagine anybody doing that now, you know, just to get a colour? I mean, it would just be, get Amazon. They'll bring it, yeah. Oh, I'm not queuing, no. It's just a different world, isn't it? But have you done your Christmas shopping? And what have you got? And have you got, or are you one of these super organised people? Yes, I know. I'm not knocking, I'm just envious. Yeah, I love it the way that people get everything packaged up and all done. Just great, isn't it? Wish I could be that organised. Let's get back, of course, to your story of the day. Not a very merry Christmas. Coming, of course, if you are an employee of the BBC. The Director General, Tim Davie, has had to go. The head of news, Deborah Turner, she's had to go. It's a total embarrassment when you think about it. And consequently, when you look at the BBC, it's getting worse and worse. I mean, all we're seeing now are problems, of course, even with their own big shows like Strictly Come Dancing. They can't decide whether to rest the show next year and give it a year so people more or less forget Claudia and Tess, and then they come back with a new, no doubt, woke duo presenter, or to carry on. You know, they could have the best of and reflective look backs and all of that sort of stuff. Remember, they've had like 20 years of the show, so you can understand they've certainly got a minefield to go through. But the bigger issue really is this, and it's all about you, in fact, because if you are the ones that are now not willing to pay for this, and this is the endless scandals that have gone on, right from Martin Bashir, you know, with the cruel interview that he did with the late and beautiful Princess Diana, right through really to the debacle that is Hugh Edwards. Hugh Edwards has now just walked away with an extra £200,000 of your money, right? Because that Director General, Tim Davie, who gets a huge payoff, but he couldn't get the payoff back from you. You get the picture. Now, where is this the problem? Well, I don't know about you. I've told the BBC endless times that I don't have a television and, you know, I don't require a license, but they just waste money on endless letters to you. If you're not in, we will come back. If you do this, we will return. Are you in on this date? We also turn up at the weekends. Oh, terrified, you know. Right, I mean, so what? What they're finding, though, is that people are simply not prepared to pay the BBC TV license. Now, here's the nub of it, right? Because now BBC staff, which are really put together by a bunch of wokerati, well, the bottom line is many are going to be losing their jobs and will be told this in the latter part of January, early February. And this is going right across the board with salary cuts for huge stars. You get the picture. But you see, the BBC clearly can't help themselves. Only this week, they decided over on their premier political debate panel programme, Question Time, they were going to insert an illegal migrant, right? So he pops up, asks a question that's written for him on his phone, and then it goes all haywire across the band. Of course, this gets everybody angry, and this is not the first time that BBC Question Time have planted people in the audience, right? Whether they're aware of it or not, it simply looks bad. There's nobody right now at the helm running the BBC, and so consequently, when things like this are exposed, people come out and go, actually, I'm just not paying this anymore. And now, because of the plummet in revenue from BBC licence fees, the sales from BBC Studio are not enough to prop up the gravy train for the 40,000 plus people that they currently have employed across the entire BBC spectrum. So if you're thinking of a Merry Christmas and you work for the BBC, you might want to think again. And whose fault is it, I wonder? Neil Sean, Kensington, London.